Yeah.
Like, my case was a serious case.
Welcome to the Hit Home Podcast. You're here with Natalie Hashka, city girl turned entrepreneur who transformed a dream into a successful real estate brand, making her first 6 figures at just 20-something from a house flip. I'm here with my co-host, Layla Anderson. And this is where we come to have raw conversations and build real connections around life, entrepreneurship, personal growth, pop culture, and real estate. We're so happy that you're here and hope that our experiences hit home with you. Get ready for some major realness and some kick-ass connections.
So they want to start sending me back to work, and I'm like, there's like no way I can go back to work. Like, they're out of their mind. Like, they have no idea what our job entails.
They just assume you could work an hour a day.
Right.
Call it a day.
Yeah, no.
Right.
No.
So they now decide, so now we go into 2020, and they decide that they are forcing me back. I say forcing insurance to go back to work. So it's January 2020.
Because they're going to stop paying
well,
or providing.
That's a whole other story, because they wouldn't provide for me because of being self-employed. They used every loophole to get out of it.
Yeah.
So if I did not have savings, I would have been fucked. I would have lost everything. So for the average person who doesn't save, they would have been destroyed.
Right.
Yeah. So I had the $2 million liability on my auto insurance policy. So I had really good coverage, and then I had the accident benefits as well. I had higher accident benefits. The average is 60 or 65,000, and I took the 130,000. So if I had not taken that policy with more, I also would have been screwed, because the 65,000, you know how quickly that is to eat up with my level of injuries?
Yeah, it's nothing.
So it was all my money and my policy that got us through this.
You also took like losses even with like your bag being ruined.
Yeah, like
they're like, we'll give you half the value. Well, Louis Vuitton, like.
Yeah, they were like, it would depreciate. I'm like, a Louis Vuitton bag doesn't depreciate. Every year the bags go up to buy a new one.
And like, we would find like the quotes, and they were like, nope, we'll give you like half. Even though it's like fully destroyed, they're like, dry clean it, didn't work. Like, they just.
Insurance is
everything. They try
everything.
They try everything not to
give
you a fair amount.
They pushed me back to work, and at the time my lawyer said, which now I can talk because the case has just recently been resolved, you basically have to show like you're trying. So had I not gone back to work, I would have basically not looked like I was being compliant.
And you're trying to like ride it out.
And try to better myself, you know? So I go back to work in January, and I'm on a 12-week return to work plan with my occupational therapist.
So this is 18 months after.
That's right. Yep. And I every week have to document, have meetings, fatigue level, whatever. And the goal is that after 12 weeks, I would be at 40 hours. Now, I was working 80 plus hours pre-accident, and they were like, you will never be able to return to those hours, but we're going to try and get you back to 40. So we're, going along here, and then March happens of 2020, and the pandemic fucking hits. God. And everything changes. And so there was a part of me, if you remember, I was happy, because I was so embarrassed to go back to work.
Takes the pressure off.
Took the pressure off. I wasn't in my clothes. I wasn't in my shoes. I felt not competent. I had no confidence. I felt like I was so unworthy of everything. And I felt so out of the loop. So many things changed in that time, like software and technology, and I had to bring myself back up to speed. I was having adjustments with the fact that now I couldn't be independent in my business. Like, it's so hard being an entrepreneur and self-employed, and you build this business from the ground up, and it's your baby, and then you can't even fucking run it on your own. That's like the biggest fucking kick in the face.
It's such a blow, yeah.
It's not just the financial of having to pay people.
Yeah.
It's like knowing that I can't do it on my own anymore, and that I need help is so frustrating. So the pandemic happens. We all work from home, and like, I'm relieved. I tell Mac, and I'm like, this buys me time. Now keep in mind, like, nobody knows at this time like how long this is gonna last. All I can think about is like, I can fucking be remote. They've pushed me back to work. I can heal behind closed doors.
Yeah.
We Gucci.
Yeah.
Like, this is great.
Yeah.
So it's hard though, because everybody's online, and I can't be online because of my lawsuit.
Right.
So I'm like under wraps, and my brokerage is trying to do like things that involve the brokerage, but I have private investigators trying to see pictures of me and like what I'm doing, and will use anything against me.
Oh, it's just so gross, eh? Is that not so gross?
It's disgusting.
Horrible.
It's disgusting what they do. Like, you don't have enough trauma, and they're gonna add shit to you.
Yeah, you gotta worry about being like
Watched,
paparazzi.
yeah.
Right.
And like she's used to my paparazzi, so at least it's in your face. At least you know it's there. It's
Right.
And it's not being used for
Right, against you.
Yeah.
against
That's
you.
right. So, we're essential service in real estate and trying to navigate that and figure out how to do fucking business. But this is all still going on. Like, lawsuits and everything are still going on. So this is all happening behind the scenes. All my therapy is still happening, but some of it, like physio, was stopped for a period of time, of course. My psychology appointments went to virtual. All that kind of stuff still happened. So then I guess we get through, I don't know, like that year. I don't remember the first time I went to court.
I do.
The year?
The year? I don't know. I remember the day though real well.
I remember the day, but I had to
It was cold. I know that. I remember what I wore.
Stop, of course.
I
remember your
do.
outfit. I had to go on stand 4 times, and I had to do this behind the scenes. So while I was showing up on social media like I do today, and people think that my life is just peachy, I was living a different life behind the scenes that nobody fucking knew about except for me. And the thing about my social media is that it's a motherfucking work account. I have just chosen from the jump to have a hybrid account based on a marketing executive's opinion, that people want to get to know you, the real you, and build a relationship with you in order to see if you're their realtor. And so I share my life, and I'm candid and I'm transparent by choice. But it doesn't make it easy to show up online. And so
No.
for the people who choose to support me and like my stuff, I thank them. Because right now I'm going through a challenging time, and I saw somebody 2 days ago and told them I want to take a social media break, and she said to me, "You can't. I live for your stories." And those are the people who make showing up a lot easier for me when I'm not in a good space mentally. But it was very challenging pretending like my life was normal, and it was so far from that
Yeah.
online.
Like, we talked about this. I had no idea about it until like last year,
Right.
when like we met up for coffee,
Yeah.
and you told me about it, and I was like, what are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
I would have no idea. And people do post a lot of things, like when something traumatic happens or whatever, like eventually,
But
for most people,
in my opinion, though,
Yeah.
those are people who don't have serious shit happen to them.
Yeah.
It's like, I got into a fender bender, and they're
no,
like,
no, I think like there are people that do, like, it's just a choice, right?
but they could read and write, maybe.
Right. No, yeah. No, but
You know?
I know. But I mean, like, at least, like, I don't think anyone has heard about
No.
this at all.
No.
Unless they know you personally. And, like, even then,
Very few know the real story. That
know
we're
the
super
whole
close.
story and
Yeah.
all of that. So, like, I had no idea about, like,
And even when we met last year, I was still in the thick of my lawsuit.
yeah.
So the lawsuit went on for a very long time, and I was on stand 4 times. That was so traumatizing. That I don't know what was worse. I don't know if it was the rehab or going on stand. And like, there was nothing that anybody could help me with. Like, my mom would ask me, I'd have to go to fucking prep with the lawyer. And like, I love him. And like, we still have a relationship after the fact now, because like, he's a fucking cool lawyer, and I'm super lucky I ended up with him. But like, being prepped to go in front of a jury or on trial and on stand, and like how you're supposed to answer questions and the amount of hours that you go into this.
Yeah.
My mom would ask me about it, and I was like, I just don't want to talk about it because you can't fix my problem. It's like, the first time as a mom, you can't fucking take this away from me.
Yeah.
Like, I have to go through this, and I have to go alone. I wasn't
Yeah.
allowed to bring anybody with me. I signed papers. I couldn't talk to anybody about what was going on in the lawsuit. Like, it was like strictly confidential if anything ever got out. And so like, I was living in pain alone and crying alone and trying to figure out, how do I do this? I didn't have a partner at home to console me.
Yeah.
Like, nothing.
Yeah.
It was horrible. I would just like leave the lawyer and cry. and cry and cry and cry. It was a horrible, horrible experience to go through. So I don't remember too much between like the pandemic stuff and then I guess the real prep would have started in 2022 was like when the big court stuff started happening.
Yeah.
So like, is there anything that you want to pipe in on between those years, or should I kind of just fast forward?
I don't even know. You had all the court stuff. I don't know if there was anything else I can really think of.
I know it's just like rehab nonstop.
Literally, like in the gym.
And in the gym, it was like build my business, build my body back up, and focus on the lawsuit. I made the decision to not date because I couldn't talk to anybody about this. I thought it was super unfair that I bring someone in and they're gonna see me go through really bad days and I wouldn't be able to talk to them about it. And I thought I didn't want them to think that I was withholding information from them.
Yeah.
And lying about something.
It's just not like the right foot.
Literally.
To start.
Exactly.
To start.
Right.
So sorry.
No, it's perfect. No pun intended. So, did I want to date? Sure.
Yeah.
Did I?
Like, it would have been maybe a nice distraction or like something.
Of course.
But
Like when I had sex for the first time again, I can't even tell you what it's like to feel pleasure after you've been through so much pain. It wasn't even like a normal experience of sex like that I would have today. It was more like an awakening. Like I was like, oh my God, like there's pleasure because you don't understand the depth of light until you've seen the dark, and you don't understand the depth of anything great until you have felt pain.
yeah.
Just like the complete contrast in life. And so I can't even explain the feeling that I had the first time that I was intimate with someone. And it was hard. It was hard being intimate with someone because I hadn't had a rebound after my ex. And so it was already like, I was already tripping about like having to be with a man, and I'd only seen one penis for 15 years, right?
Yeah.
But now I was tripping because I was like, okay, now I have to be with a man for the first time. And I'm damaged. Like, who's gonna want me? Because I'm fucked up from like head to toe. And like, I don't even want to look at me.
Yeah.
So, who's gonna take this all on? And then all I could think about was like, well, they're gonna run as soon as they find out. Cause like,
Did you feel that way, like, physically because of because of scars, or like?
My concussion is still something that I'm super insecure about. It makes me feel really dumb. And I know I'm not. But there are days that I still have problems reading. You don't know that about me.
It's okay.
And the physical stuff. Showing my scar on my abdomen. It's hard for me, and I didn't wear sandals for a long time on my foot. It was my friend Danielle who said that my scars were badass and they were sexy. And it was like, I think the only thing that allowed me to kind of overcome that. So I thank her for that. They are kind of badass now. But it was hard for me. I remember one of the first guys that I slept with, I was putting my clothes back on after we had had sex. I think my pants were like half up. And he grabbed my foot and wanted to look at my scar on my foot. And like, none of these guys have cared about my scars and my injuries. And I've been public on social media about it most recently. And like, the guy that I'm dating right now saw like my accident shit. And I was like, fuck, what's he gonna think about it? But I mean, he's still here.
But I understand it coming from like a self-esteem perspective. I totally get that.
Are we
because
do finding confidence all over again?
No.
Confidence, self-esteem.
But I can understand because your body is not what it used to be physically. You're fine. Physically, but also now you have scars on the outside that are showing from that.
I don't feel like the same person, and I don't think I look like the same person.
But like, if you saw like a man with a scar,
this is the thing I dealt with in therapy. So I like scars on men. I always have since I was young. My uncle had the scar on his eyebrow. I thought it was the sexiest thing ever. But it's my scars. Like, she knows this about me. I don't care about anyone else's scars. There's this perception I have of myself
of your own.
that I hold myself to a certain standard of, and I feel fucking flawed.
Yeah, but everyone's flawed.
We are.
Everyone is.
I just feel like I'm a little bit more.
But I'm not discounting obviously what you've. But
no, I know.
I would feel this. Like, I know that I would feel the same.
And I know you have your own hiccups even now without an accident.
Yeah, like I know I would feel the same way.
Right.
But it's like those things. Like, you have to also look at how far you've come.
I know.
And all the
I'm
things.
A miracle. I truly am.
Yeah, you're literally lucky to be alive.
But you should attribute that to like not only like God, thank God that you're okay. Not only are you okay, but you're thriving, and that's because of all the work that you put into yourself. Everyone else, I know, like, would be in a fucking hole mentally, just mentally. And it doesn't even matter. Yeah, it doesn't even matter physically.
Yeah.
Because to look at you, no one would know.
No, I
like,
know.
no one would know. I didn't know.
Yeah.
No one would know unless they were
and
close
they say,
to you.
Like, I shouldn't. They still don't know how I survived that accident. Like, thanks for bringing that up. I didn't mention that, Ma. I shouldn't have survived it, and I did.
Yeah.
And I'm very high functioning. That's part of my problem. And it worked against me in court because I'm high functioning, right? And so you are right, like with all of that you're saying.
Yeah.
100%.
Because that could have broken, not just physically, that would have broken anyone else.
Right.
I think that would have taken the average person out. Like, I mean, I would
100%.
I
I'd be I would be so depressed. I'd be 7,000 pounds. You're telling me you didn't eat fucking Halloween candy. Fuck you. Because I would have had a whole bowl to myself. Like, trick or treat. Like, I would have been, this is my costume. Give me the fucking candy. So, like, the willpower,
I know, and like,
is fucked.
most people, like, they warn you, like, your feet could go frozen and stuff, because so many people don't do the exercise. And she was like 3 times a day, and I'd like get a text. I live down the street from her mom, to clarify.
Yeah.
I'd like get a text being like, exercise time, and I'm like, grab my backpack, like I'm going to work out, because like she did her shit, like everything.
But I just like how I've done everything in my life is how I approach the accident. I'm the most consistent person I know on every aspect of my life. And I was like, this is just another job. Like, we're just gonna like get at it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it takes a different kind of person to like get at it and come back the way you did.
Well, thank you.
I think like that's what you forget. Like, am I like I watched the strongest person I know like almost not survive something, right? Like, that was like fucked up on my end. I don't want to cry. I don't like crying.
That's the sweetest thing you've ever said.
I mean, I have a heart in there. I was like, like after the accident, I was like, oh shit, maybe I should hug Nat. Maybe I should take photos, because like you wouldn't have known how tight I was with you. Yeah. Because we like had like one photo in existence. So I was like, okay, well now I'm just gonna take pictures of you every day. Yeah. Like, I don't know. You fucked me up.
I know it did. It fucked us all up.
You bitch.
So fast forward to all of this. I get cleared finally from like the orthopedics, and because like that's forever for them to follow you, right? Yeah. And I'm like, once I finish one therapy, it's like I'm going into another because they can't overload you with stuff. So it's like I'm wearing prism glasses, which prism glasses are for concussions. And then I'm like in vision therapy for my concussion. And then I'm doing all these different types of fucking therapies and seeing all these specialists because like we got to figure it out. I just have to be better. Fast forward to like 2022 now. I think I've been on stand twice now at this point. And it's like, we're getting ready. And then my date gets pushed back because of the pandemic. Oh, and I'm like, no. And they're like, it's going to be delayed a year. And I was like, how can I do this for another year? I have...
Because you have to keep up with everything.
Private investigators following me. I have to keep up with doctor's appointments every 4 weeks.
Yeah.
If they tell me you have to take a prescription, you have to take a prescription.
So
it's
gross.
like... It's disgusting. Meanwhile, I'm learning like our infrastructure is not even set up for people with like accessibility issues. There's like not enough parking spots. Getting like accessibility permits is a joke. It's just like challenging like our world in general, and you don't realize it until like
you're living it.
Yeah.
Well, even your cab.
Yeah.
Like when you had to take the cab, but it had to be like a special one where you could wheel in, and then they just like strap the wheelchair down so that like.
Yeah.
Nothing with her back.
Yeah.
Like we had an appointment and the cab was going to be delayed an hour because they were coming from like Paris or something. And it's like, why is there one accessibility cab in this whole region? And that was a day that you got in your mom's car. Yeah. You were like, fuck it, we're going. And she got in her mom's car. Yeah. That was like a big day.
Yeah. So we're in 2022. I'm like prepping for stuff and whatnot. And then I have to do something called like a discovery. And discoveries, I think, might be one of the worst parts of court. I was on stand. Do you remember how many hours? It was like all day.
You were gone a long time. Like I wasn't there,
I think I was on stand like for 5 hours or something.
It was insane. Like I was just waiting.
Could remember. Everybody was waiting. And again, I was by myself. It was hours prepped with the lawyer. And you're guilty.
Ready to make a move in the GTHA? We'd love to be a part of that journey. Not in our area, but still in Canada? Connect with us and we will point you in the right direction.
You're guilty. Like
you're treated like a criminal.
Yeah.
You're treated like a criminal in this. So like you are being questioned. They on stand asked me for ex's phone numbers and contacts. They wanted to know if I had dated, if you went out, did you dance, did you go to a nightclub, the level of intimacy that you've had with somebody, the questions that they ask, what they dig into your life, your medical records, like everything is like on display. All of your jobs. Why did you leave this job?
I remember you calling me being like, if you get any weird calls about my accident, like you do not have to talk. That's like per my lawyer. Yeah. So like everyone in her life had to know because a lawyer could call me. And if I go and say something,
from the opposing side,
I could screw her whole case.
And you could say something completely innocent too.
Yeah, they could be like,
but they could use something against.
Misconstrue it.
Yeah. Like, and if you were like, oh, she's doing great, and like whatever, like.
Yeah. Oh, she's doing good. Yeah. And you're like, oh, well, so and so said you're doing good, and we have 95,000 photos of her at your house.
And this is one of the closest people to you.
Exactly. So that's
so
like
gross.
So draining. Again, I'm like showing up on social media, doing all my normal stories. Nobody knows I'm doing this discovery. And like, it's like 3 weeks of prep for a discovery with your lawyer. It's so much work, full time on top of everything I have to do. And then you show up and it's like, you're just like being cross-examined by absolutely everybody. And that was such a draining day, and the amount of anxiety I had, and I had to prep with my psychologist, and it was so hard. I just watched this is gonna put a timestamp unfortunately on this recording, but I just watched the documentary of Megan Thee Stallion, and fuck, I felt like I could have had that documentary because like it's so challenging, like telling your story, and like nobody wants to believe you, and then you're so used to being so strong, and then one thing they say is like you have to tap into your emotion when you're on stand, and it's like, how do you tap into your emotion when all you've done is like try to be strong to get through this and close it off and not even process it? And so like I'm reaching out to my friend that's a fucking therapist at the hospital, and I'm just like, how do I tap into my emotion? Like I don't even know how to prepare for this.
You've blocked it out. Yeah. Even like I'd imagine the trauma response is just to block it out.
Right.
And just be like,
that's right,
neutral.
But like I had to be able to show emotion because I was so cold, it was working against me. So that happens, and then like I am fucked for 3 weeks. Fucked behind the scenes. Like it has sucked everything out of me. I'm in therapy, I'm not functioning, I still have to work, and it's like somebody literally just sucked everything out of me. I was on like this fucking high, and then after the adrenaline was gone, I was done. And you know, they wanted to medicate me and they wanted to do all this shit, and I wouldn't take the medication. And so end of 2022 comes, and I have my first relapse with my spine, and I'm in bed, I can't walk. And
does something trigger that?
No. So like this just happened again this year, and we still don't know why it kind of happens. It's a muscle and joint issue around the spine. And I guess now, I thought it was a one-off in 2022, but I just experienced it now 2 years later, and it's happened again. So I'm thinking this is going to be something that's going to be long-term. I have a cyst on my spine that has developed from the accident. It hasn't grown at this point, but it is something new that we found out in 2023 on an MRI. Hopefully it doesn't need to be surgically removed, or it doesn't cause any issues. And yeah, it took 8 months to resolve when this first happened in 2022. I'm still dealing with this right now, and obviously working with physio and other modalities and some pain meds to get me through it. And let's hope it's not 8 months again. But basically it limits me in its chronic pain.
Yeah.
It limits my range of motion. My back is very tight. Bending, hinging is an issue, all of those things. So that kind of takes me out and wipes me out for 2022. We go into 2023, and I do the MRI. We find this. I'm like heartbroken that now I have a cyst that's grown on my back from this. And it's just like one thing after another, like nonstop. And then, you know, just like work is weird with our market. And I'm just like anticipating now the date of the lawsuit and the final date. And it gets bumped again, my lawsuit. And so we crunch down. It's like summertime, and it's like it's happening. Like it's supposed to be
summertime
happening.
of 2023.
Yeah, and I've been told that it's going to be happening by the end of the year.
Okay.
So it's like it's preparation, like months and months and months in advance for this shit. And so I'm out and about and get in my car. I've just gone to buy my skincare, and the girls at the front desk call me like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like, someone's taking pictures of you from behind a van. And so I made a joke, and I was like, "Oh, you know, just like famous out here is probably paparazzi." Well, it was private investigators taking pictures of me, but like somebody actually caught them doing it. I didn't see them. So I'm trying to live my life, but I'm developing like paranoia now.
Yeah, of course you are. It's scary, yeah.
I live alone. I work alone. Like 99% of the time I'm alone. And I don't know if someone's following me. I'm looking over my shoulder. My social media still has to be private. I can't be public.
What are they trying to, like...
Prove?
Yeah.
That I'm fine, so that they don't have to give me a nice payout.
Like
because you're walking?
Right.
Or like if they saw
that means you're fine because you're walking.
Yeah.
Carry this chair that she's sitting in out to her car.
Yeah.
Well, that's got to be heavy.
Yeah.
So her back's good.
Yeah.
So like, you have to. It's like playing a damn game.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing with like the lawsuits, I don't know if you mentioned it or not, but like they try to drag them out.
Right.
Because they want you to fold.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They want you to fold. They actually want people to say fuck it because it's such a long process.
And then they add in the private investigators, and you're like, fuck it, I don't want to do this anymore.
And
like
then you
whatever.
back out, and so they never have to pay you out.
Right.
Or they're so long that you end up getting better.
Right.
And so that your injuries heal, and so they have to pay you less money too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was like you helping like your nephew at the park.
Right.
And you were like, fuck, like the kid was like stuck on like the jungle gym.
Yeah.
And like Nat had to like lift him. I wasn't there, but I remember it. and like you were like, are they gonna screw my accent out of it?
Yeah,
because I didn't let my nephew
him.
fall off a jungle gym.
Like there were so many things. Like they were like, you know, if you don't let your family take photos of you, because like if you're even holding one of your nephews and your family posts a photo of you, because they're digging
all the time.
Friends, they're looking at brokerage, colleagues, like family. They're looking at everybody's social media to see if somebody tagged me. Like we had to go in and turn off all my tags in my social media. So here, well, all of my colleagues who were thriving, and I was having better years pre-accident from them, are in better positions than me, because like I can't even do what I need to do on social media.
Yeah.
No, and you had to like worry about everything.
Everything. Didn't matter where I was going, who I was with. I was always looking over my shoulder. So then we come into the fall and it's like, it's happening. And then it's like 3 to 4 weeks out from the actual date for prep again. And I went in, it was November of 2023. And we went in and I knew what my options were. It was like, this was the 4th time I had to go in front of them. And it was either figure out a resolution that day or basically have to go in front of a jury again. And it's like, when you go to court, you're up against like serious like legal fees compared to doing like mediation on a stand.
Yeah, of course.
And so it's like, is it even worth it? And then they explained to me the way a jury works, and like the jury, which I didn't know, like a jury is never like high class people. They're like average
They're a mix
workers.
of people, yeah.
They don't have like doctors' wives on there.
No, yeah.
It's like low to mid-class people, McDonald's, Tim Hortons, average people, administrators, like it's average people that are on there. So they would have a jaded point of view of me right from the get-go, of a realtor, of the way I look and present, and the fact that I'm high functioning. So it wasn't going to work in my favor if we had to go that route. We knew this. So the goal was going into this last November, and it was like, let's find a resolution and like, let's deal with this day. So that was a full day process. I was on stories all day on Instagram in breaks, making people think that my day was fucking normal, and I was sitting and stressing out with what was going to be the biggest determining factor of the rest of my life. Because my injuries are long-lived.
Yeah.
They're not going to go away. I'm always going to need help around my house. I'm always going to need physio. So I need to make sure that I have enough money, because I shouldn't have to pull out of my savings account for what some fucking asshole did to me. So again, like trying to show up and be everything to everybody, and I'm being like nothing to myself. I'm not even like giving myself what I need at that day in my life, and trying to be kind to myself. I'm more worried about like, what are people going to think if I'm MIA on social media one day? Is my algorithm going to get fucked up? It's so messed up.
It's all deceiving though, right?
It's all deceiving.
We faked so much when you were down. Like she's like laying on her bed, and I'm like, I took a picture of a pretty tree, post it, like, you know, to make it look like it's something that's not, and your looks are deceiving.
Right.
And I mean, I tell her all the time, I'm like, you don't see yourself, but like, there's this gif of, who was it? Mariah Carey in like this shimmery dress in a wheelchair, and she's being pushed, and I was like, Nat, this is what you look like. Like, I know you don't see it, but like, she had some guy at the gym who like wouldn't move over on the bench and let her like put her shoes on or whatever.
Because I needed stability, because I have a balance issue.
Yeah. And he was like, oh, well, I need it for my knee. And she like reamed off her injuries, and he like moved right on over. But I was like, see, that's like, looks
and
receiving,
and I don't ever consider myself a victim. I'm a survivor. So like, you'll never see me say like what that man said about his knee, or that he's old.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't need to tell somebody
no
that I've got
excuses
titanium and 7 screws, and that I'm a spinal injury survivor. And it's only as of recent that I wanted to share my story, because like, I have a bigger purpose than real estate. The thing I'm most proud of in my life is overcoming my accident. It's not making 6 figures and selling houses.
Yeah, it's like still being alive today.
It's like, I've made it, you know? So I'm here for a reason. And that's why this podcast is alive. Like, there's so much more that you and I have to do.
Yeah.
And like, that this world needs to hear and see. And real estate is just one part of me. but I'm going to fucking make a difference. Because there are people who have no hope and would have taken what these doctors said and ran with it. And I want to be that voice for people.
Yeah. To advocate. Because a lot of people will just take what people are saying and they get scared. And then they live in fear.
Right? And there is life after this. Yeah. It has been super hard, but there is life after it. And I'm still trying to figure it all out. And I'm happy to report that my lawsuit is over. Obviously, there's no amount of money that they can ever give me that would ever be worth what I went through.
Yeah.
But it's over and I'm fucking free. Like, I can't even explain what it's like to be free.
Yeah, you were pretty dark there for a hot minute.
Like, you know,
well,
you noticed me.
It's like you're trapped, right?
Yeah. Like, I know you noticed a difference in me right away. And I had a colleague at the brokerage say to me, I had a feeling your lawsuit was over because I noticed a difference on your social media right away.
It was like a weight lifted off of you. Like,
well, it's like you can live your life again.
Yeah.
Like, pre-accident Nat came back in a weird way, but also like a different person came back. Like, there was like a period of time where like obviously you were going through so much on the lawsuit end, and you were like, you have your concussion, you have so many things you're dealing with, and then like all of us, and then like my menacing behavior and like work and everything kind of piled onto you. So like, once again, your looks were deceiving. Everyone thought you were handling things so well, but it's because you put on a brave face. Yeah, it was just like a weight. It was a freedom.
Yeah,
you don't have to worry about people behind you, and you're just having fun again. Like, you're actually like living.
Help us spread the love one home at a time. Rate, review, and share this podcast. It would mean the world to us, and hey, it may even change someone else's world. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can also find us both on Instagram @TheRealNat and @LayRealEstate.
Yeah, so I only recently went public on social media, and that was weird. I was really afraid to go public because I had been private for so long, and I remember I did it like super quietly in the middle of the night one night, and I was like 1,000 followers in a night. What's going on? It was like it went really quickly. And I don't have a lot of followers now. I get a lot of engagement, and people live in my stories, and like, thank God I give zero fucks about how many followers I have, because like I don't care about social media. We have to be on there for our industry, but I wouldn't be on there if I didn't have to be.
Yeah.
But you know, it's over. I can put it behind me. That was the biggest reason, which I think a lot of people don't know. Having the lawsuit done with, turning 40 and entering a new decade, and knowing I could move forward was the biggest reason why I decided to start dating. I was like, okay, the lawsuit's done. I can focus on other parts of my life, and I'm turning 40, and I fucking deserve this. I've had 6 years fucking taken from me that I'm never gonna get back. Like, 6 years. I could have been in a different spot in my business. I could have had a kid if I wanted to have a kid, and I could have fucking had a husband by now because somebody chose to be reckless driving. I had so much taken from me, and I can make more money, but I can't fucking get time back. And I think that's what still fucking pisses me off. And it's made me really fucking savage. And, you know, for anyone I've dated, I have told them about my accident, and I really don't know what it's like to date me. But I don't really want to spend a lot of time with these guys because I don't know how many good years I have left. And so I need to live the best life that I can live now before I'm immobilized again.
You think it'll catch up with you?
I already have arthritis.
Yeah.
So they've told me I have 10 years. 10 good years is what they've said. But that's based on statistics.
I was like, I can't, like...
No one... Who bounces back like that? What the fuck? Seriously, Natalie, like, it doesn't... Fuck what they said. You've always had that mentality. Fuck what they said.
Maybe I'm in, like, denial about it. Because, like, even when, like, we were in, like, the thick of it all, I was just like, it's gonna be good. We're gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. We're gonna hang out a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like... I don't see that for you, and maybe I can't see that because you're in the gym lifting weights.
I'm in the best shape I've ever been in my life.
Pretty sure if I raced you right now, even with your sore back, you'd beat me. Like, like you're not normal and your average human. And like that's the thing. Like I had someone say that to me about surgery, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna read what someone else is gonna tell me about that type of surgery because they're not me. Because and that's because of you. Because I'm like, well, do they like walk and do they lift weights? I'm not gonna say eat healthy. I'm drinking a fucking energy drink. But
I know.
like,
and you know, that's the thing,
that
right?
matters.
Like for people who know my story, like I don't care what people think of me. Every day I wake up, and every day I thank God that I can get out of bed alone. It's the first thing I fucking think about when I turn my alarm off. And so for the people who want to judge me on social media because I put workout selfies on, or they think that I'm into myself, you know, I'm so not into myself at all. And for the people who are close to me, they know how fucking humble I am. My mom said to me yesterday that she hopes I end up with a man who can feed my ego so that I can have a fraction of the idea to know how beautiful of a person I am. Because I don't know it.
It blows my mind. Because I'm like, if I looked like her, oh my God, I'd be so bad.
Like, you know, and if
you guys have no idea what I would do.
I'd be through the roof. I would not be handling
I wouldn't even be in the country. Okay.
Bye, Eric.
Fuck off. No, he'd come.
But like if I want to do a selfie and I work out, like I've worked hard, I'm nowhere near where I want to be on my journey. Like on all levels, aesthetically speaking, physically speaking, all of it. I still have a long way to go in my opinion. But, you know, if I want to flex my abs or show myself in a workout photo, you know, fuck off to the people who want to judge me because they haven't been through what I've been through. And I still find no excuses to wake up and do it every day.
Yeah.
So that's for me. That's a reminder of life for me.
Well, you deserve every part of it, Nat.
Yeah.
Like,
and people have the same opportunity.
They do.
Like, I mean, everyone can walk outside.
If anything, they have an advantage.
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
You know, so there is no excuse.
Even like when you were hurt during the accident, I was like, I can't really say to Nat, like, I don't want to walk the dog.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I'm lucky
Complain
to be
about
able
it.
to walk
Sorry.
the dog, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
But like being a bystander, whatever you want to call me, like things changed in my world in those senses too.
Your
you
did, it changed for you. Absolutely.
Yeah,
your
your
outlook on things changed.
Yeah, and like a piece of my like innocence got robbed.
Yep.
Because
being
like
so young.
Being young and like my birthday was the next day, and like I remember opening gifts to my family, and I was like, it doesn't even feel like important.
Yeah.
Like it's like another day because like you go through so much.
Yeah.
So like holidays haven't like felt the same sense. It's like you're thankful to be there, but like I lost that like childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like maybe I shouldn't have had it. I don't know. I don't know when you're supposed to lose your innocence, but like
I lost mine early.
I don't know. It like changed for me. Like something.
For sure.
You realize like what matters in
The
life,
most,
I guess.
Yeah. That's
And,
what
like,
I learned so much.
Yeah. Like
I'm so grateful for so many things. Like I do think I'm a way better person now. I think I came out a way better version of Nat. We always joke Nat 2.0, but like it's the small stuff when my coffee's just right and when I can open my sunroof and just smell air. Like I didn't go outside for like 6 months.
Yeah, and like
can
she
imagine.
missed like the
Seasons.
fall weather. And,
Yeah.
like everybody loves a nice fall day, and then people would come in and be like, "So beautiful outside," and like you don't realize how triggering that is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, of course.
But I mean, like, putting myself out there dating has been a big thing, and it's like, I'm still trying to figure out who I am, and I thought that everything was good, and it's like, the one thing that I would suggest to people, if I could give a piece of advice from my experience, is that even though I did therapy with my ex and therapy with the accident, unless you apply it, you don't get to do exposure therapy. And so I thought that I was good, but it's only been recent being exposed to guys dating and things that they've done that have bothered me, have realized that like I'm not okay. And I wish I could have had the opportunity to expose myself earlier on, to put those coping strategies in place with my therapist. Because you can do all the therapy you want, but if you lock yourself up in a box, you don't know. Yeah. Right? So I don't like to spend a lot of time on dating. Like, you know what? Like, we either pop off or we don't. And, like, if we don't, so be it. I'm not going to sit there and cry. I ain't that kind of girl. So, like, let's just move on. But, like, time is precious.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, I just want to be with somebody who wants to be with me. I'm not trying to fight for a guy. If I have to fight for my position in your life and you're, like, talking to 100 girls plus me, like, you're not my guy. And that's fine. But, like, the right guy is going to know that I'm different and unique, and he won't want anyone to have me, and he's not going to care about these injuries. I think the only thing that I haven't really talked about in this accident, and I think the biggest fuckery for all of this, and I think it's like one thing that has played on my mind, is that my mom died at 34, and this accident happened to me at 34, and they said I shouldn't have survived it.
I was thinking that too.
And I think that's going to fuck with me for the rest of my life.
Also the toe rubbing.
Yeah, somebody was grabbing my feet in the hospital room.
That was your mom.
Like her big toe specifically.
My big toe specifically.
Yeah, it was your mom.
It was like wild.
I believe that.
Yeah. So that was really weird. And like my whole life, having my mom die at 34, like when you're young, 34 sounds old. And then you get old and you're like, fuck me, she died at 34. I just wanted to pass 34 because my mom was pregnant with me. And so I was worried I'd have the mutated gene. And then the accident happened and they said like I shouldn't have survived it. So I'm supposed to be here. And like no matter what I have, I hope that anyone who knows me, I hope the legacy I leave is like the kind person I am more than anything.
Yeah.
I think like overcoming my accident and knowing the humanitarian, I can't say the word.
Humanitarian.
That I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think there's like nothing more beautiful than being a good person. And if I was ever a mom, I don't care how smart my child would be or like what they do for a living. I would just want them to be like a really good person.
Mm-hmm. But I think like you see that in how people showed up for you during that time once they knew. Like I didn't show up for you because at the time I was working for your mom. Like obviously it allowed me to show up because your mom wasn't going to be like, no, rake my leaves, don't see Nat. Like obviously there was that, but like I showed up because of who you were to me and like the impact you had on me prior to the accident, right? Like for those listening, my sister is like 10 years older, pretty crummy human. I hope she's listening.
If not, we'll send the podcast her way.
I'll link it to you. But like, you know, like broke my heart on like a lot of occasions, and like Nat came into my life at like a really sad time in my world, and like took me under your wing and like treated me like your younger sister, that like you didn't have to do that. So when it was like your worst time, it was nice to like repay it and be there for you, because I know you would have been if that was me, right?
Yeah, I would have.
So like now you got me crying. But like yeah, it was just
she
like,
almost wanted to drop out of university, and
yeah,
I think if it weren't for me, I think
I would have been
you would have.
Yeah, my whole life would have been like so different. I mean, I wouldn't be blonde.
I'm not dyeing my hair.
Famous last words. Next week is balayage.
Yeah.
But like just like everything, like I don't know, you taught me a lot about like how to be like the person I am today. Like I just couldn't make eye contact with people. I was so bad when I met Nat. So like it was just nice to be able to be there for you, and like I'm glad I was there to witness it, minus my trauma, but like that just makes you stronger, right? Like
Yeah.
Everything happens
yeah,
for a reason, and the people that are around you are supposed to be there for a reason, right?
Even
Yeah.
you and I, like everyone asks me, is she your bestie? And I was like, I mean now, but like no, not like
I don't
when
know.
it
I don't
started.
really know pre-accident Nat. I don't know
Yeah.
pre-podcast Nat.
Well,
Like,
no,
you know what I
because,
mean? Like
we had like 3 weeks
we-
together in
we
the
had 3
general
weeks,
course, like
yeah.
for real estate.
Yeah.
And then we had online friendship.
But we never like hung out or like anything.
Because you were flighty and like.
Yeah. I was no new hashtag no new friends.
Pre-accent Nat.
But I didn't know her. Like, I mean, I remember like in real estate school, like obviously we clicked.
Yeah.
But like there was nothing outside of that.
Yeah.
So I don't have much to compare to, right?
I think you were like a workaholic. I mean, I don't think you were a workaholic. Mm-hmm. And I mean, you carved out like once a month guaranteed for me. Like we always did lunch, or something, right? Mm-hmm. But like obviously I knew you well. I texted you a lot. Mm-hmm. But I think like post accident, that's like the biggest change I see. Like you're not so on your schedule. Like you're like, yeah, I'm down to hang tonight. Like I'm around. You're living more.
It's so funny because we've talked about how like how regimented you are, like with your schedule and like how packed your schedule is. But
there is a side to me though.
But it is funny how like Mac just said, yeah, like, yeah, I'm good to, you know, chill and like whatever. Yeah. Like,
and like these guys will attest to this. Like,
yeah.
I will up and leave last minute for dates. Like, I will not even think about what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
We're sharing her location.
Yeah, sorry, I don't share my location. She's like, share your location. You're crazy. You're leaving at like 11 at night or 1 a.m. in the morning to go on a date.
I was like, don't even tell me. Honestly,
I'd rather not know. In the morning.
Yeah. I don't want to know what you're doing.
No news is good news.
Right. Yeah, but like, I live spontaneous because like for me, tomorrow's not promised.
Yeah.
And I don't expect anybody to understand my life and what I've been through, but like, my life is scheduled and it's regimented and it's packed, but I also know I have to stop and smell the roses. Mm-hmm. And so I'm trying to do that more. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to just live life because I lost 15 years of not being able to do the things that a normal young woman would have done dating. And I didn't do by being with one man, my choice. And then 6 years.
So 21 years of your life, more than it's half your life.
Right. So I just want to live and have a good time. And like, there's days I don't want to think. Yeah. And I just want to live. And so, yeah, I'm happy to be here. And please know that when I'm late for you, it's only because like, I just like have a tier system in my head and it's like important, not important. And like, is it going to like make a huge deal at the end of the day? And like, there's just like things I just don't sweat now. Like that book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. Like literally that's my life. Mm-hmm. So, this is not going to be an episode that I'm going to want to share, I think. It's going to be hard for me to share this. And I hope that people will connect with my transparency and honesty on it. But it's going to be hard for me to share this episode and have people listen.
I think it's good, though, for people. It's to see this side.
Yeah, and I think it's, like, cathartic for you.
Yeah.
Like, I think your story needs to be shared.
Yeah.
At this point. I mean, I shared it with someone recently. Because, like, I had a client in the hospital, and they told her she was going to have to go to, like, a home. And she has a dog that she loves, and, like, she doesn't want that. And I, like, told her about Nat with her heel and running and stuff, because I was like, they always tell you the worst. Like, you can't, like, let that matter. So, like, she's home now. Like, you impacted one life, whether you realized it or not, right?
Yeah, and hopefully more to come.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We have a lot of work to do, you and I.
Mm-hmm.
Between our faith and both of our journeys.
For sure.
And I said it from the jump.
Yeah.
I want to take the time to thank you for coming on board, Layla, when I asked you to do this podcast. I knew I didn't want to do it alone, and I always had a bigger plan, and you haven't questioned much, and I've trusted you from the beginning. Whether you didn't trust me or not, I'm happy you trusted me, and I hope you know that, like, I love you and respect you.
I love you too.
And this is an hour project. We're a team. Mm-hmm. It's always been that way, and I've always made you feel, I hope, inclusive and part of, and I'll continue to do that. I don't think this podcast would be the same without you, and you have brought so much to it. So I hope you're ready for everything else I have planned for us.
Very excited, Nat. Touch my hand.
She always wants to touch my hand. Where's your hand been? I'm kidding. And you know how much I love you.
We love you too. And we're happy you didn't die.
You're such a kind.
Saved me a little trauma.
I love you. Love you. Happy you didn't die.
All right, it's time to fucking put a bow on this shit and wrap it up. I'm sick of crying.
Are you done? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure we missed parts, but you know what? I think we got the most important ones.
I mean, you did really well. And that was a lot. And I'm sure it was a lot for you. And I'm proud of you.
Yeah, it's not easy to talk about out loud and kind of bury those feelings. So
for sure. No, I'm glad you got it out.
Thank God this doesn't get released till a long time.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Yeah.
We won't say the date, but
you have some time.
Yeah, have some time. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Okay. Love you long time.
Love you long time, girlies. We hope you enjoyed it. Bye.
Bye.
Let's put a bow on it and wrap this episode up. Thank you for joining us today, where we got real and raw. If this hit home for you, don't forget to tap those stars and subscribe to join us next time. Remember what we're here for: raw conversations and real connections. So don't just stop there. Find us both on Instagram at @TheRealNat and @LayRealEstate, and let's connect. Until next time, on the podcast that feels like home.